Good day, everyone. My name is Kim Bayless, Fitness and Sports Instructor at CFP Kingston. Today we are doing a yoga class for injury reduction. So we're going to focus on moving our joints and getting those muscles stretched out in and around those joints to help prevent our injuries. For your safety, please ensure to read the full disclaimer located in the description below this video before you start your virtual training. Please play your own music, as music will not be played in this video due to copyrights. Let's begin by inhaling up, overhead, reaching to the sky. Exhaling, release down. Inhaling up, this time come up onto your toes. Up. And exhale, release down, forward fold. Stepping the left foot back, stepping the right foot back. Break to the knees and slowly lower down. Pressing the hips back into child's pose, dropping the forehead down. Walking the fingers forward and front. Draw the chest low, dropping the hips and inhaling up. Curl back, toes under, hips up. We're in downward facing dog here. Stepping in with the right, stepping in with the left. Inhaling up, overhead, exhale, side bend, into half moon. Inhale up, exhale lower, over to the other side. Inhale up, bring the hands down to heart center. And really focus on those wrists, pressing those hands together and lifting the elbows. We want to draw the chest forward, drawing our shoulders back and down. As we're in this hold here through the upper body, let's step back on a 45-degree angle with that back foot. This is our warrior one with this prayer pose. Bringing the hands down and swoop down to the floor, straightening that front knee, drawing our head down to the knee. Now we're going to balance in this position and rotating our wrists, both directions. Hands to the floor, bend the knee, step back and up, extend the leg, and articulate and rotate at the ankle. Bringing that foot down, we're in downward facing dog here. Breaking at the knees, and we're in a hover here, so we're supporting with our core. Make sure our shoulders are drawn back and down. We're on our toes, on our hands. Tighten that core and hold. Releasing all the way down. Sitting back onto the heels, pushing that weight back. Our toes are still curled under in this position. Uncurl those toes. And let's sit back, down child's pose. Walk the fingers forward in front. Draw the chest low, dropping the hips and up into cobra. Lifting the chin as well to deepen that stretch. Curl the back toes under, lifting up. Stepping in with the left leg. Place the back foot down. And inhaling up. Overhead, back foot's on that 45-degree angle, hands to heart center, exhale. Again, we're focusing on drawing the chest out. Engaging our back, lifting the elbows. Stretch through the forearms in that prayer pose. Draw that hip forward in our warrior one. Starting to release, and we're going to draw ourselves down. Straightening the front knee, drawing the head to the knee. Moving our wrists in this position, rotation, both directions. Using our stabilizers here as well to stabilize without using the hands. Placing the hands down. We're going to step back and through, leg up, and moving at the ankle. Our full range of motion here, both directions. Placing the foot down, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees into that position where we're just hovering above the floor and we're engaging the core here. And lower all the way down. We're going to shorten the space between our rib cage and our pelvis to one side. Return to neutral and over to the other side. Return to neutral. our breath, we exhale. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, shorten space. Moving at your own pace here. Back to neutral. Now we're going to do a cat-cow. Tuck under, exhale. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, anterior tilt, head up. Tucking under, exhale. And inhale up. At your own pace. Moving with your breath. Creating mobility here at the T-spine. Neutral pelvic position. Curl the back toes under, hips up. Stepping right foot forward. And we're going to open to the side here. So that inside hand closest to the foot, creating rotation. And we're going to use the wrist movement. Couple circles each way. Coming down. Follow with the eyes, reaching up, try to get a little further this time. Couple circles, both directions. Coming down, one more time, a little bit further. Couple circles. Coming down, other side, switch it up. Into our rotation. Couple circles. And come down. Following again, trying to get a little further. Circles in both directions. Return to neutral. And one more time. Coming down. Stepping in. Slowly rolling up. Think of one vertebra at a time. Roll those shoulders. Not just rolling into the up position, but focusing on our full range of motion here. Other way. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend. We're going to hold longer this time. And we're going to breathe into this side. Into the side that is open to the sky. Deep breathing. Return to neutral. Let's move into it one more time. Same side. Breathing into this side of the rib cage. to the other side. Breathing into the open side of the rib cage. To neutral. Moving back into it one more time. Breathing into that open side. Returning to neutral. Releasing the hands down. And let's do some shoulder rolls again. Or full range. Is there any difference? We're going to go both directions now. Let's move into our hips here. Coming around, and in. We want to keep that joint mobility. Let's go the opposite direction, out and then in. Stabilizing through our core here. Moving over to the other side. Doesn't matter which way you start. And opposite way. Keeping our stability. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to walk our hands out this time. Break at the knees, sit back, and drop that forehead right to the turf. And up, and we're just going to walk in, walking our hands back and out behind, planting those hands, and then we're going to lift up at the hip. You should feel stretch through the shoulders here, as well as at the hips, so we're engaging our glutes on that rise. Releasing the hips down. Bringing it forward. We're going to shift our weight to the side. Just having our legs kind of stacked just a little bit on top of one another. And we're going to start to rotate. Keep our chest lifted. Rotate out. Bring ourselves back to neutral, switching over to the other side, rotating behind. Bring it back to our neutral position. Knees in, hands just underneath to support slightly, lifting up into boat. Bringing our chest up to the sky. Now let's move those ankles while we're in this position. So give yourself some movement both directions. Couple times each way. And we're going to keep that hold if you can maintain. If you need to take a break, take that break that you need, and then lift back up into our V-sit boat position. Other option is to have single leg down, doing our rotations, do a couple, switch it up, and over to the other side, couple rotations, and keep maintaining that position. And we're going to roll forward and back. Rolling back, so you're going to get the side view here, rolling back and into happy baby. This one's really good for squatting. Basically, we're stretching those muscles that when we squat, lift, and our groceries with our kids or in the gym, we are using these muscles. And releasing down, heels planted, engaged through the glutes, lifting up into our bridge pose, getting our posterior chain here. And we're going to again get that movement at the hip. So this time we're going to lower down, engage the glutes, lift up. Lower down, engage the glutes, lift up. And we're going to lift and hold, coming onto a single leg. Circles. So we're getting a 2-in-1 here. Engagement through the glutes on the other side. And we're also working on the mobility of our hip joints. So we're going both directions with those hip circles. Down, over to the other side. Both directions. Coming down, lower our pelvis to the mat, lifting up, and we're engaging through our core here. Draw your shoulders back and down into the mat. Slowly lower and touch, alternating sides. Just enough to touch the toes down, lift back up. And releasing all the way down, grasping onto a single knee and lengthen the opposite leg out. Over to the other side. Lengthen out after you hug that knee in nice and tight. Releasing down, and we're going to roll over onto our stomach. Pressing ourselves up off the floor and drawing a single leg forward in across the body, and we're going to lower down into pigeon. We're going to rotate ourselves, drawing our shoulder and arm up. Deepening that stretch. Coming down. One more time. Rotating up. See if it's a little bit easier. Can you get a little bit further? Returning to neutral and lower back down into it. Should be able to get a little bit deeper now. Planting our hands, lifting the chest up. Lifting our chin. Walk yourself up higher, high as you can. Hands down, releasing down slightly. Curl the back toe under. Step back into our plank and hold. Again, we're engaging the core here. And other side, draw in, lowering ourselves down into pigeon. And we're going to rotate deeper into that stretch. return to neutral. Coming up one more time, and a little bit further. Coming down and lower back into that pigeon. And we're going to walk ourselves up nice and tall as we can get. Releasing ourselves down, hands planted so that we can curl back to under and step out to our plank. We're holding here, engaging in the plank, isolating our core. Lower down to the floor. Release the toes, release the hands back. And we're going to reach for the ankles, lifting up into bow. Breathing deep into the belly. Feeling yourself rise and fall. Releasing down and just focus on pulling those ankles back, our heels to our buttocks, and relax the forehead down. Releasing the feet and bringing our hands in. And we're just going to wiggle those toes out behind. Legs just slightly off the floor so you can get range through the feet, to the toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And we're going to relax our forehead down into crocodile breathing, where we focus on our rib cage expanding out and drawing in. See if you can do both at the same time. Keep a little bit of a toe wiggle going. We're using those joints and then focusing on the breath. And relaxing the feet down, just the breath, nice and calm as we start to bring ourselves down. Now, if you wish, and this is very comfortable, You can continue with the crocodile breathing to end off the class. Otherwise, if you wish to move into our relaxation pose on our backs, you can do so by rolling onto the back. Lying back with the legs extended, arms out to the side, approximately 45 degrees, palms up. Try and transfer the breathing that we were doing on our bellies to our breathing while we are on our backs, if you are there. If you wish to take more time, please feel free to do so. If you are ready, you can bring yourself up nice and slowly. And bring ourselves into the cross-legged position. Sitting up tall. Shoulders back and down so our belly is open for breathing. Bring our hands to heart center. Namaste. Well done, everyone. I hope that you feel that you've used those joints and moved them in full ranges of motion and stretched out some of those muscles in and around those joints. And we also did some core stability work to help stabilize there for our injury prevention. If you sustained any injury during this session, please fill out a CF98. I invite you to provide any feedback in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me, and please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Thank you and have a great day.
PSP Kingston, the health and wellness provider for the military community.